what's your understanding? Because it's interesting, because I wanted to come to that 2025 has been like a huge chaotic year. And now AI and technology being on the forefront, there is definitely a timeline split that is going to be there. And there are myriad of timelines available right now. And you can jump in between. What I understand is that there'll be a time when you will not be able to jump the timelines. They will be so far apart that you will not be able to jump the timelines. And the split is going to be wider and wider. What is your understanding about what is going to happen from Akashic perspective? What is going to happen now in terms of AI and technology? And are we really going to have 3D versus 5D split, or is everyone going to ascend? What's your understanding?
Yes, and I've contemplated this in my records many times. So I'm in my records, and I'm also, offering what's come through before. I just got shivers all over my body as this felt sense came in of, is everyone ascending? Yes. Is everyone ascending at the same time? Whatever time is? No. And so that's pretty definitive as how I see it and how it comes through for me. So it's kind of like what I just said, that there are those, and it feels, who are in this third density experience. And we are still in this we can call it the carbon-based, heavier, denser experience of polarity and duality. It is clearly being upended. It's being uprooted now. And how every individual is going to respond to that is going to be based on where they come from karmically, where they come from on their evolution path over lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Also, what their higher souls want for them to experience. For example, if there were some souls who were on Atlantis and they were really into the technologies, and then it really went wrong and corrupt, and all of that stuff happened, and they didn't have a chance to resolve that. Maybe they came here in this exact time that is very closely mimicking, we can argue, what happened in the end times of Atlantis, to see if they can do it differently. And how things are going now, it doesn't feel like they're doing it differently. We're seeing it. The people are excited to have chips in their brains, so they can do it's going in a trajectory that, it's not to say that it's not ascending, but it's not conducive to a 5D consciousness, because the more we tether ourselves to AI, the more we move towards this transhumanism, which those people might regard as enhanced versions of ourselves. The 5D consciousnness, if there's one thing we can say about it, is it's heart-based. I see it as heavily Pleiadian influenced, and the Pleiades are the realm of the heart space. Sometimes I see all these different star systems, filtering their intelligence and their wisdom through the Pleiades. Like, now to the Pleiadians who come to the earth space and be like, shine your light. Like, this is the time of the opening of the heart, which we can only do as an organic human. And organic humans are the most sophisticated technology that is absolutely possible to exist. Look at one cell under a microscope. It's all there. And we don't have a chance probably to talk about the cycles and cycles where humans have gained mastery and achieved their light bodies and the Christ consciousness. Like, all of this is within the domain of all of us to achieve. So for those of us on the track towards 5D, it feels inconceivable that we would want to tether ourselves to a consciousness that is not good or bad, but that does not have a heart. It will never have a heart. It's just not what it is. It's an intelligence that is not heart-based. We are an intelligence that is heart-based, and our hearts are the one portal to all the dimensional experiences, period, end of story. And I can be very militant about that. So it's not that it's wrong to go on that path of AI. I believe there are other cycles, other timelines, other star systems where there is such an evolved soul, there is such an ascension process that humans can work with these technologies because there's a deep respect for those technologies. We're not trying to control them, but we can use them because we're in our wholeness. We are not there yet. And so to outsource our wholeness, you can't do it. It's like asking your friend to cheat and write your test for you and saying, I passed my test. You didn't pass anything, your friend did. So to me, and to put it in simple terms, all of which to say is there are souls, I believe, that are not coming with us on the ascension path by their own soul's, design. It's not to say they're not coming. It's that I don't see it as one split into two, and some stay here, some go here. Like I said before, I don't think it's 5D is not a destination. So I believe that there are also many souls in between these two that I've described that are at different stages of, oh, maybe I should question that, or what is this all about? And so many clients are asking these exact questions, like, what does awakening look like? What is it? And it's very clear that there are many stages of the evolutionary process, always has been. So when I tune in, as I'm speaking, there's this image coming through from the records, and I'm seeing it like Earth. I mean, it's Gaia, but I'm seeing it as this globe, and it's all blue. So I'm seeing this, it's water, and I'm seeing this light consciousness come down, these light codes, this light wisdom, and it's interacting with this crystal wisdom intelligence of the waters. The water is how we came here. It's how we, everything transmutes through the healing energies of water. And I'm seeing the water speaking to what you were saying about the feminine and masculine. I'm seeing the waters vertical, like this way, forming the earth. And on the one side is the feminine, on the one side is the masculine, and they're not at war. I see them looking at each other like mirrors. And this isn't 3D, 5D, because masculine, feminine is everywhere. But I'm seeing that where Earth is at right now is that the forces, the deep dark forces propelling this evolution, the chaos that we're in right now, it's been anchored. And I actually see it as the Hindu goddess of Kali working with Mother Mary in the core of the earth, like literally holding this nurturing space for the fiery act of transmutation, because Gaia herself is also ascending. I see that process as being complete to an extent. That has been anchored, and now we're seeing its eruptions on the surface. But I'm seeing these waters of the feminine and masculine looking at each other, ready to come into this wholeness. And it's not about the rise of feminine and just the masculine. It's about the divine masculine rising, the divine feminine rising, holding each other. As this happens, I'm seeing a lotus flower coming up from the mud, which is, of course, also the source of all things, this earth that gives us our nourishment as humans, this beautiful planet that gives us our sustenance. And there are dimensions in the earth too, the first dimension, the second dimension. So this is also part of our multidimensionality. We're not only going here, we have to do it from below. I see this lotus rising, and it's unfolding into these infinite petals of experience. And I see each of these individuals kind of climbing up this lotus stem. And there are many who are doing this together and who are of the same vibration, but it's layers and layers and layers. And so I see 5D as already anchored here. There are already those on this earth, we know this, who are in their light bodies. And they are, and as light workers, what you're doing with this podcast, what sharing the light, facilitating, holding space for healing, anchoring the grids, all of what is happening now is the anchoring of the fifth dimensional experience here. And as we're ready, we enter. And as we enter these vibrations, there will be those who drift away, and it will be like we're separate existences. But I don't see it as two. I see it as this ever unfolding path.
Okay.